Morning everybody, Mike Niemiec here with some early morning grain and oilseed comments for Wednesday, February 26th. Prices are starting off a little bit defensive as far as the overnight trade goes. After yesterday's turnaround to the upside, we've got the wheat market down around 3 cents, the corn market down a penny, the beans down 3, the meal down $3. But we have the soybean oil on the plus side up 50 points, getting some support from a real strong Malaysian palm oil market. Kind of have the same news today that we had yesterday, minus one important thing. We started out yesterday trying to talk about where we've been seeing a pretty good pickup of farmer selling here in the U.S., particularly for beans. Just kind of weakened the basis levels a bit and given the crushers some bean ownership. As a result, it started to kind of weaken our meal basis levels to a degree. And as a result, the market had been trying to garner some beans from the U.S. farmer, and the rallies that we have been on has been seeing that occur. We've also seen somewhat of a better pickup of bean movement down in South America, Brazil, and partially Argentina, and their basis levels are trying to back away as well. So we've had this cash market, farmer selling, kind of resistance in the marketplace. And as a result, we kind of thought that in conjunction with the fact that reports coming out of China that their crushing margins were a little bit on the defensive, if not in the negative, because of the amount of beans that they have, that maybe there should be a little bit of resistance over the marketplace at this juncture. However, the fly in the ointment yesterday came out at 8 o'clock when there was an announced sale from the USDA of a large amount of O-crop beans sold to unknown destinations. And with our tight carryout number that we have going on here in the U.S., balance sheets are not going to kind of like that continued business, and thus we started out kind of choppy in the morning, but then we wound up by the end of the day making new contract highs in the soybean meal, new highs for the move in the beans, and once again we kind of negated the early morning negative commentary as far as farmer movement and Chinese margins and our margins may be coming a little bit under pressure. Corn and the wheat kind of followed along with that type of buying, because the other thing that's been occurring in here, we've had this money flow. See some people talking on the wires that the index guys want to start getting long the grains and oil seeds again. They have been adding to their bean and meal positions here, and they've been covering their wheat and soybean oil, and also went from a net short to a net long position that we've been seeing money flow come on the plus side, even though we've been trying to talk about this little bit of negative news as far as farmer selling goes in South America right now being in good condition. So we're going to look forward here today is if we're going to see any more 8 o'clock announcements. If not, the news is kind of a little bit slanted on the negative side with that farmer selling and the crushing margins being a little bit negative for China. We'll have an ethanol number coming out later on this morning. We'll see how that bodes for corn usage. But overall, if we were not to get any type of sales announcements here this morning, we'll kind of look for a little bit of a defensive day today, taking back some of those gains of yesterday. One other thing, tomorrow's first notice day, so be out of your March positions if you don't want to go through the delivery period. Once again, these are my opinions, not that of ADM or ADMIS. Thank you.